Mann. Sefi and her friends may be the last survivors. Ich hätte nie gedacht, dass ich in meinem Leben mal diesen Satz lesen würde. Good Lord. What the hell? There's a rumor that the secret room of the sage Shevat is hidden somewhere in this town. I wonder if it's true. Wahrscheinlich ist das Stepping Stone, den wir vorhin hatten, der nicht ging. Well, that's strange. You smell like solid trees. Yes, you do. Long ago, the Juju tribe lived in the woods with no interference. Yes, they did. I wonder if someday we could ever return to the land and live in the woods again. Please do. Unlike people in Shevat, because they're all nice, the three Jujus the same as themselves. Yeah, they do. But I heard people in the land are all scary. They lie, say awful things, hurt and kill each other. They suck. I'm wrong, right? They're all nice people, right? Sorry. Not necessarily. Everyone's not necessarily kind of good. I see. Hope everyone understands each other and lives happily together someday. Yes, I do. You're awfully straightforward. I like it. I'll give you this. Ooh, cool. Received RSS. Da sieht man's mal noch mehr. Hallo? DX auch noch. Ehrlichkeit zahlt sich aus, ne? The floating rock back there will take you to the wonderful plaza, Aqua Paradise. Yes, it will. Sometimes it's good to get away from reality and forget the cares of the world. Yes, it is. Okay. You wanna go down? Ja. Wie gesagt, normalerweise will ich in diesem Let's Play mir Städte nicht großartig angucken, aber Shevat ist tatsächlich interessant, sich anzuschauen. Vor allem eben auch, weil viele NPCs hier richtig storyrelevante Sachen sagen oder die ein bisschen Hintergrund geben. Das ist tatsächlich cool. Wer bist du? Yes, yes. I'm listening, dear. Reminds me of the good old days. This is the place you and I met for our first date, isn't it? I recall that on that day you, dear, read me a poem that you said you wrote all by yourself. I thought it funny that such a romantic still exists in our day and age, but I was delighted by it. Nothing has changed here. Truly important things can't be taken away by anyone. Okay. Was haben wir hier? Ich glaube, das geht einfach nur wieder nach draußen. Oh, hi. The people in this city had dreamed of going down to the land again for a long time. They dreamed of the day when they could go down to the free world after fleeing from Solaris. I have a hunch that they may not be too far away. This city has been wandering the sky like this for 500 years, just watching the ever-changing countries, world and those who appeared and disappeared. The people in Shevat lost power, so that's all they could do. Being able to... Oh shit, ich wusste nicht, dass er noch mehr sagt. Sorry. Hi. After all, pain only causes more pain and sadness. How come those guys up there don't understand such a simple thing? Just relax and fun fishing like that sage who disappeared. Do you like fishing? Not really, aber ich sag mal yes. I see, then do you want to try catching some fish in the plaza? Fishing is pretty there, though. Have some good... no thanks. Werde ich sowieso nicht machen. Aber man kann also sogar fischen. Gibt es eigentlich irgendein RPG aus Japan, wo man nicht fischen kann? Anyway. Auf nach oben. Moment, mir ist gerade wieder eingefallen, wo das hinführt. Nein, nein, doch nicht auf nach oben. Nein, 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 nein. I hear the sage in Shevat did some research on the Juju tribe's tradition. Yes, he did. That's a lot of work. Even the old generations of Juju tribe don't know many things about it. Say, I have something really good to tell you. I could let you in on it. Still, you can't refuse. Do you want to know? Ja, wenn du so schon anfängst. I see, you want to know. Yes, you do. Alright, I'll tell you about the inspirational traditions of the Juju tribe. Yes, I will. Long ago, the Juju tribe had a great big guardian god who could step over huge mountains in one step. The wondrous Mambo god. What the fuck are you talking about? The Juju tribe and the wondrous Mambo god lived happily together in perfect peace. Yes, we did. A dreamy, sweet existence. But one day, a huge red fireball rained down from the sky. And blew away our guardian god as he was asleep. Blam, kablam, boom. But don't worry, the great big guardian god became a star in the sky. He protects the Choo-Choo tribe. Yes, he does. Yes, it's a great story. No matter how many times I listen to it, I'm so moved. Yes, I do. Be careful now. Remember, bad guys that pass to the poor Choo-Choos will get punished by our own guardian god. Yes, they will. Okay. Ich sollte ganz schnell hier verschwinden. I guess. It's been a while. Welcome. It'd be great if you bought lots and lots of them. Of what? Exactly. Ach, genau. Ja gut, das kann ich ja ruhig mal machen. Kaufen wir mal 9 davon. HP to full. Kaufen wir mal 5 davon. Rosso. Kaufen wir noch 3 davon. 1 davon. Oh ne, die brauche ich gar nicht mehr. Aber DX? So. EP to holy shit. Auch 5. 2 davon. Mal wieder auffüllen. All Status Effects. Hallo, natürlich. White Star. Das brauche ich nicht. Das ist mir doof. Omega Soul habe ich noch 5. Survival Tent nochmal 3. Mann, teurer Einkauf. Simon, meintest du nicht, dass ich hier irgendwas kaufen muss? Aber ich glaube, das war nicht hier. Ich erinnere mich noch an irgendwas da oben. Bevor ich dann ganz schnell hier weglaufe. The guys in Solaris passed the Choo-Choo tribe would have lived on the star from the beginning, so Grams and Grandmas escaped with the people from Shevat. Yes, they did, but most of the Choo-Choos couldn't escape and were killed. Those guys ate them. They fucking ate them. That reminds me, I'm hungry. Yes, I am. I just remembered I haven't had lunch yet. Forget the guardian god of legend. Nobody believes such things in this day and age. No. Every great big guardian god exists. He's never been celebrated as a long time ago. Yes, he would. And just a bunch of little here because what are we to do about them? Okay. Und du? Ach. Der ist ein Shop. Gibt's das Ding hier? Nee, aber hier gibt's was anderes. Hallo. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Etherstone. Brauche ich nicht. Das ist tatsächlich praktisch. Silver Blood? Was ist das? Was ist das? Wahrscheinlich eine Waffe. Das ist alles für Ellie wieder. Okay. Mann, hier kann man ja echt Geld lassen. Thank you. Come again, will you? I'll give you a discount. Ja, das hat er da unten auch gesagt. Und das stimmt sowieso nicht. So, jetzt nix wie raus hier. Puh. Meine Güte, was für ein interessanter Ort, nennen wir es mal so. Hier lang? Ich glaube, wir sind dann auch gleich da, wo es weitergeht. Das war knapp. Aber erst, hallo. Hello, surface people. Look at this picture. It's me and my wife a long time ago, about 5,000 years ago. Maybe hard to believe, but there was a time when we were young too, full of dreams and hopes. My wife died 2 years ago, so I asked the people in the world below to bury her ashes in the earth. My time will also come soon. Could you young people bury my ashes in the earth for me too? I'm tired of waiting and believing. I want to rest in peace in the earth. Okay. Ne, ihr seid jetzt aber nicht, wenn ich suche. Ach, Moment, vielleicht der Stepping Stone da. Mal eben gucken. Ich finde es ganz cool, dass die Musik, die Percussion hier sich ändert, je nachdem, ob man drin oder draußen ist. Also das kommt noch dazu, wenn man reingeht. Ihr seid es auch nicht, aber ich rede mal eben mit euch, ihr seht interessant aus. What's the use of having a gear if there's no one to ride on it? The only gear that needs maintenance is Maria's gear, which is hardly ever used. Well, to be honest with you, we don't have any chance in this fight, unless a miracle happens. The battle was probably settled at the point where they let her escape in that war 500 years ago. Oh, darauf spielen die an. Let her escape. Simon weiß wahrscheinlich, wer damit gemeint ist. Ja. We don't have equipment resources. We really want to do that. Where there's one who comes in and is. Haha, wusste ich's auch. Finde ich ja cool, dass das hier so irgend so ein random NPC in der hintersten Ecke darauf eine Referenz dazu macht. So. Ich werde versuchen, wenn das dann irgendwann kommt, daran zu denken, das anzumerken. Also nochmal diesen NPC. An diesen NPC zu erinnern. Was ist das? Do you want to go down? I am not sure. Ich suche gerade was Bestimmtes. Oh. Ah, okay. Ich glaube, hier geht's dann weiter. Das war jetzt eigentlich nicht, was ich gesucht habe, aber machen wir das mal. This is... They were killed by Solaris. I guess it was a child's room. To hell with them. What kind of dreams did the children in this room have for the future? Damn it. All you want is to win. Don't you care about anything else? There are a lot of people who don't care if they hurt others. So this is where you all were. The Queen said this house was destroyed in the Great War 500 years ago. This house has been kept like this on purpose, as a reminder of the war. Thank you for waiting. Please come to the palace with me. Hey, wait. Disagreeable squirt. Okay. Meine Güte, Bart. Ich sollte das jetzt aber nicht nochmal sagen. Okay. Gibt's hier nicht auch irgendwo den Spiegel? Da. Looks like it can be opened. Wow. Toll, ne? Wunderbar. Gut, dass ich euch das gezeigt habe. Wie könntet ihr nur weiterleben, ohne das gesehen zu haben? Nur ab, ja. Okay. Gucke ich nochmal eben hier und dann gehen wir zum Dings. Oder bin ich jetzt gerade auf dem Weg zurück? Ja, bin ich. Andere Richtung. Aber nee, ich bin doch von hier gekommen. Nein, bin ich nicht. Na gut, ja, dann gehen wir nach oben. Ich dachte, die wären da. Wo sind die denn dann? Ich schreibe mal eben Simon an. Der kann jetzt mal eben Telegram gucken. Auf jeden Fall die Geheimgespräche hier. Also es gibt hier eine gewisse Art von Leuten, die man hier treffen kann. This way, please. Die wollte ich euch eigentlich zeigen. Aber ich weiß nicht mehr auswendig, wo sie sind. Und er offenbar auch nicht. Vielleicht sind die ja irgendwo hier. How's the surface doing lately? I'm sure the people down there are living blindly yet peacefully as usual. It seems that any spy will be able to get in. And as I expected, since we have near people from the surface, there's increased security. And you never know what might happen. If anything ever happened to the Queen, it'd be disastrous. Bevor wir zur Queen gehen, möchte ich mich hier auch nochmal umgucken. Long ago I've heard that a lone choo-choo was taken from the town by a wise man. I haven't heard what happened after that. I hope that choo-choo is doing well. Well, that choo-choo is called Zefi now. This is the library where many books are gathered. This place is packed with many ancient books that you cannot find on the surface. If you're a book fanatic, you drool over books like our first-run prints. Limited books, autographed books, banned books, mountains of hard-to-find books, and more mountains and mountains of books. It's too much. Well, setting that aside, if there's something you want to know about from the past, it'd be good to go in and talk to the librarians. Don't worry, it's their job anyway to tell the new people from the surface about the past. Yep. Und genau das werden wir jetzt machen, um noch mehr zu erfahren. Hier sind halt echt einige story-relevante NPCs. Ich muss nur mal eben rausfinden, welcher der erste war. Man muss die nämlich in der richtigen Reihenfolge ansprechen. Der schon mal nicht. Das war mittendrin. Du vielleicht? Könnte sein. At one point, Solaris and its Gazel ministry, made up of 12 elders, dominated the world with more military might than they have presently. Das war früher, als die auch noch nicht sich in den Himmel verpinkelt haben. The people on the land were treated like slaves. If any of them resisted, they were quickly and mercilessly dealt with. They treated the people as if they weren't living beings. Eventually, people on the surface began to rebel from all parts and ultimately led to the Solaris-Shevat War of 500 years ago. Ich glaube, das war tatsächlich der Anfang. Yeah. The Great War that unfolded between Solaris and Shevat 500 years ago. It was a heroic battle with the freedom and independence of the land dwellers at stake. Schön aufpassen hier, ne? The rebel army, which centered around Shevat, was successful at attacking the inner citadel of Solaris, but only with tremendous sacrifices. However, before we almost made it, the unthinkable happened. A new enemy appeared that even Solaris had not anticipated. That was when the nightmare began. The nightmare never seen before. A nightmare that we pray we never would have to see again. Diabolos. The sudden appearance of the mysterious army put a full stop to the battle between the humans 500 years ago. Also Solaris und Shevat waren dann schon voll dabei. Und dann sind auf einmal diese Diabolos aufgetaucht. Those angels of death, utterly unrivaled with no fear or mercy. Their only intention was to eradicate all life on this planet. Even Solaris' proudest gear battalions were mere flies to them. Nothing stopped them as they indiscriminately slaughtered and trampled upon countless lives. At that time, people were certain that the end of the world was approaching, dominated by feelings of constant fear and hopelessness. It was a dreadful life. The reason mankind was able to make it through and survive certain death 500 years ago was because the power of these giants created through God's wisdom. Roni Fatima, as Abar's ancestor, and the other young fighters piloted these gears and destroyed the heart of Diabolos. Seeing an opportunity to counterattack, mankind desperately stood up against Diabolos and successfully annihilated them. Roni Fatima, Queen Zephyr, and the rest of the young ones put their lives on the line and won back the future for this world. Roni Fatima, isn't that my ancestor? So you're saying my ancestor Roni fought alongside Queen Zephyr against Solaris? Those giants which fought long ago to save us, an existence which surpasses all other gears. They are the legendary Omni-Gears. One of them is the treasure of the Ave royal family, which is currently resting somewhere within the continent of Ignis. But I can't guarantee that. After the war and the collapse of Diabolos, similarly to the land dwellers, the heavily beaten Solaris forces began to pull back and return to their home country. Der Krieg zwischen den beiden wurde also eher durch die ganze Diabolos-Geschichte beendet. taking along with them vast numbers of land dwellers as slaves. We couldn't stop them. The only way for the war-torn land dwellers to survive was to depend on Solaris. After the brief moment of hope, Solaris once again began to reign over our lives. A cold and harsh era had begun. 500 years have passed. And their reign still continues. Nur, dass sie dann eben das Ethos etabliert haben und sich rausgehalten haben und seitdem ja die Kriege finanzieren. No one knows how long this is going to last. Hatte ich bei dir angefangen? Ja. Dann geht's aber hier oben nochmal weiter. You're probably already aware of this, but this Shevat is protected by a special gate made possible by an ancient technology. Even Solaris cannot break this barrier. Because of that, we were able to avoid being invaded to this day. But even with that, we don't have the power to attack Solaris either. It's a stalemate. Basically, we've just been glaring at each other. Have you? Surviving through the Great War of 500 years ago and the Diabolos collapse, we and the rest of our comrades secluded ourselves in Shevat. At the time Shevat was being constructed at the tip of Babel Tower. But we were able to escape to the sky before Solaris once again ascended to power over the land. Since then we've been wandering the skies while overlooking the activities of the land below. After the war, Solaris used a gate, like ours, to separate itself from the surface. And then they erased all memory of their existence from the surface dwellers. Due to this, the surface dwellers are still not aware that they've been secretly dominated by Solaris all along. To be born into a false reality, to grow up in it, and to die in it, without ever approaching the truth, that is the life of a surface dweller. Tja, das war doch mal durchaus interessant. Hoffe ich. Powerless and maimed and slaughtered, all because those crazed leaders give out one bloodlusted order. Doesn't matter how advanced the technology or culture is, it's the same thing, not one thing has changed over the years. It's gotten so sad, you can almost laugh. How long does this have to last? This is the technical command room. Currently, we are keeping track of the activities of both Solaris and the land and collecting data. Lately, there's been a lot of unusual activity down on the surface. You think Solaris found something? Da gucken wir auch mal nach. Oh, in diesem Raum gibt es auch noch mal irgendein interessantes Gespräch. So the animal relics were created by God's wisdom. I wonder if that is truly the case. All in all, that unit was meant to merge with something inorganic. That would be the proper assumption. It is foolish of humans to try to depend on such things. Oh my, I've said too much. Forget what I said. The power of the Omnigears was so great that they could even hold back Diabolos' collapse 500 years ago. If any more of these fall into the hands of the enemy, our future and even those of the land dwellers will be. I implore you, land dwellers, we require your assistance. Shevat must collect the remaining animal relics by any means necessary. That which the Gazel Ministry of Solaris desperately seeks is the 12 animal relics created by God's wisdom. Es gibt also 12. Und es gibt 12 Gazel Ministry, guys. The merging of an animal relic in a gear can produce an omni-gear, but the subjects must be in suitable synchronization or else the transformation will not occur. Some of the animal relics have been discovered, but there are still more left undiscovered, sleeping deep in the earth. Even we have been devoting much to the search, but to no avail. Euch lasse ich jetzt erstmal in Ruhe. Ich glaube, ich gehe jetzt mal zu Queen Sephia, aber ich glaube, ich weiß jetzt, wo ich noch hin sollte. Welcome to Shevat. We've already heard that you're our guests. Please use this room as you please. Naja, da kann man sich ausruhen. So you're the newcomers from the surface. Seems you all aren't like the usual land dwellers we get, but we're always happy to have more friends to fight against Solaris. Forward to working with you. Yep. Sure. Nein? Auch nicht. Oh, aber ich glaube, die sagen was Interessantes. Long ago, humans were with God in a paradise in the sky called Mahanon. Huh. The place was protected by the power of God. Humans were never exposed to the fear of danger or death. However, one day humans entered God's forbidden garden and ate a fruit which bestowed upon them tremendous intelligence and power. God found out about the incident. The humans were banished from paradise. The prosperous times were over, and an era of sorrow and hatred began. That was the first part of the legend of Genesis that was passed on from long ago. They say a legend such as this contains some truth to it. It is not known how much of the Genesis legend is true. However, the anima relics made through God's wisdom do exist. Solaris Gazel Ministry is desperate to find the anima relic in Mahanon, a place known to be God's resting place. If Solaris attains that power, no one will be able to stop them. What will happen to the world then? Humans banished from the paradise were foolish enough to revolt against God. In order to resist the power of God, they created 12 anima relics and called themselves gods. For 10 days, 10 nights, the world shed its blood. Mahanon was enveloped in flames, but human strength was no match for God, and the arrogant humans were destroyed by God's anger. Only a few righteous men were left on the land. However, God was also tired and wounded. He decided to rest in the deepest depths of the earth. God's rest was long, but eternity is only a moment to God. Since then, the righteous men who didn't revolt against God had to live in the harsh nature by themselves, being in constant fear of death. Okay. Na gut, gehen wir zu Queen C4. Nein, Moment. Ja, vielleicht. Mann, ich suche jemanden bestimmten. Da. Guckt mal. Kennt ihr die noch? Hm? Ich hoffe, ihr kennt die noch. Oh, welcome. You look good, Faye. The meal will be ready soon. Please join us and eat to your heart's content. What the fuck are you doing here? Yui? Why are you here? This is Kitans Frau. Oh, didn't I tell you before? I was born here. After you left the village, I decided to return to Shevat along with the survivors of the village. So, da habt ihr's. Als wir durch die Wüste laufen, ganz am Anfang, als wir durch die Wüste gelaufen sind, ist Shevat ja da lang geflogen. Das ist der Grund dafür. Das hatte tatsächlich einen Grund. Shevat ist damals in der Wüste da lang geflogen, um die Leute aus Lahan abzuholen, die noch überlebt hatten. Ellie hat ja auch auf dem Schiffswrack gesagt, dass Shevat, also als Faye hat Shevat im Himmel gesehen und Ellie meinte dann ja zu ihm, oh, das ist Shevat. Und Faye meinte dann halt zu Ellie, echt, ich habe das mal in der Wüste gesehen, aber da hat es viel tiefer geflogen. Und dann hat Ellie sogar noch gesagt, nee, normalerweise fliegen die so weit oben wie jetzt. Wenn du es in der Wüste tiefer fliegend gesehen hast, waren sie vielleicht gerade auf irgendeiner Special Mission. Waren sie tatsächlich. Die sind dahin nach Lahan und haben die Leute abgeholt. Because the soldiers from Ave and Kislev were showing up around there. I see. Welcome back. Oh, it is nice to be back. Thanks for your trouble. I'm sorry for putting so much trouble on you. What are you saying? It's not your fault. There's nothing to worry about. The people from the village understood after they came here and heard the story. They couldn't blame only you for that incident because Solaris was behind it. Yes, but... Excuse me, but... Who is this lady? Oh, you've never met her before. This is Dog's wife, Yui. The wife of Kitan? I take it you are Bard, the orca of the desert, right? I've heard a lot about you. You've been quite busy. It's nice to meet you. Yes, how do you do? Have you met the Queen? If you haven't, go say hello to her as soon as possible. Yep, das machen wir jetzt. Okay, then I'll see you later. Endlich, das habe ich gesucht. Choo-choo, my friend. Midori really talks a lot. It's amazing how much stuff you have to talk about. We can have a conversation without talking. Have you forgotten already? Okay. Ja, das fand ich immer ganz cool. Dass man Shevat in der Wüste sieht, dass das nicht einfach nur so... Ich meine, es ist auch dazu da, um Shevat halt schon mal vorzustellen. In dem Moment natürlich nur als WTF-Moment. Aber dass es nicht nur dazu da ist, sondern tatsächlich auch noch begründet ist, finde ich mal ganz cool. Dass sie also tatsächlich storytechnischen Grund hatte, dass es da gerade lang geflogen ist. Hal, was machst du denn hier? Meine Güte. You're finally here. Where have you been? Why are you here? Why is everybody here? I've told you before. I learned martial arts with your father in Shevat. The queen is waiting. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go in. Please come in. Okay. Zum Abschluss dieser Folge gehen wir noch zur Königin. Ist ja schon wieder 10 Uhr. Thank you for coming such a long way. I am the Queen of Shevat, Zephyr. Thank you for coming. What is this? It's just a kid. Sie erinnert mich ein bisschen an die unendliche Geschichte. Weiß nicht, ob es vielleicht sogar tatsächlich ein bisschen darauf anspielen soll. Von wegen diese kindliche Kaiserin da. I may appear to be like this, but I am actually 522 years old. Okay. 520, is that really possible? Yes. I and a select few of the vassals have undergone some special life-extending treatments. Ich meine, hier, Xenoblade 2, da haben wir auch ein paar über 500 Jahre alte Kandidaten unter den Charakteren. We were required. Ja. Wer weiß, vielleicht hat die keine Antifaltencreme. Vielleicht kommt jeden Morgen so ein Hightech-Typ rein und zieht ihr die komplette Gesichtshaut ohne Betäubung ab und klebt ihr eine neue drauf. Anyway. We were required to continue living until that final day approaches. Ja, ist keine so tolle Vorstellung mehr, ne? We were required to continue to live until the final day approaches because of one man. Auch merken. To continue living, this is our atonement for that tragedy 500 years ago. Of which I am not going to tell you anything. Let us discontinue this discussion of the past. I have heard many things about all of you from Wise Man. Wise Man has been conducting his operations on the surface under my orders, to keep an eye on that man's activities. Also, he was ordered to bring anyone from the surface who would be of help to us to Shevat. 500 years ago, we fought against Solaris for the freedom of the land dwellers. Even after that, we continue to resist Solaris, although we are short of any real power. Land dwellers, can you find it in your heart to help us? We must free mankind from the grasps of Solaris. We must gain true freedom and build a peaceful world to live in. Something's not right. This fight for independence from a tyrant, the battle for freedom. I see you make it seem like your intentions are noble. In reality, though, maybe you're not different than Solaris. Anyway, I'm too busy with trying to take aRdW back from that bastard Shakan. Hate to break this to you, but I don't have the time. Hast du nicht vorhin noch gesagt, es wäre sinnvoll, erst Solaris kaputt zu machen, weil es im Moment sonst keinen Sinn macht, aRdW zurückzuerobern? Just saying. You are apparently nothing like the calm and quiet Roni Fatima, boy. Yet you are so similar to Roni at the same time. Stimmt, sie muss Roni ja gekannt haben, wenn sie da schon gelebt hat. There is logic behind what you say, though. However, I tell no lie when I say we are doing this purely for the future of the land dwellers. If you still cannot believe us, then defeat Solaris, gain back the independence of the land dwellers, and then see if we still embrace the heavens together. The pretexts of the past, the discord between nations, why be concerned at such a small scale? You must look at the bigger picture. It should do you some good if you rest in the palace and think about it. You must think about what you ought to do. But remember, Solaris has been quite active lately, so we don't have much time for leisure. Now go and get some rest for now. Na gut. Faye, go with Shevat. Your father Khan would have wanted you to. Hier war das, ne? Ja. Hallo? Hallo? Schlafen? Ah. Wanna rest in the bed. Sure. Hören wir das auch mal wieder. Die Melodie zum Übernachten haben wir nicht so oft gehört. Bisher. Na, ich gehe noch mal kurz zur Queen. Und dann sollten wir wohl leider wieder aufhören. Dass das immer so schnell 10 Uhr wird. Total gemein. Have you decided? Nicht, dass ich eine Wahl hätte, ne? Sagen wir mal, my heart is set. Alright. Huh? What was that shaking all about? Tja, das werden wir nächstes Mal rausfinden, nicht wahr? Ach, wie gemein. Hihihi. Fu. Was soll ich sagen? Ich meine, kann noch mal kurz einen weiterdrücken. Your Majesty. What's that enemy? Your Majesty, something dreadful has. Aber was? Was denn nur? Tja. Are you serious? Ja. Ich meine, es ist 10 Uhr, ne? Also von daher haben wir hier einen schönen Cliffhanger, um dann nächste Woche weiterzumachen. Und die Stille macht mich gerade irgendwie ein bisschen durcheinander. Deswegen mache ich jetzt einfach das hier an. So. Also. Ja. Das, ich würde sagen, dann stoppe ich schon mal die Aufnahme für YouTube. Ich bin ein bisschen, ich könnte natürlich schon nochmal wieder ein bisschen weitermachen. Aber ich will es halt auch nicht unbedingt zur Gewohnheit werden lassen, jetzt immer noch eine halbe Stunde dran zu hängen. Weil es schon Sonntag ist und genau, man freut sich dann halt auch mehr auf nächste Woche. Eben das. Also für YouTube mache ich jetzt schon mal aus. Bis nächstes Mal. Tschüss, Zuschauer auf YouTube. Ihr könnt auch mal einen Kommentar hinterlassen, damit ich weiß, dass überhaupt irgendjemand auf YouTube guckt. Was ich eigentlich weiß, weil ja da ein Aufrufzähler ist und der jedes Mal hochgeht.